think I'm the one in her. She keep looking at me like she feeling me. Yo, the way you be moving, the stuff you be doing, you tripping out and it's killing me. Man, I swear to God, you be tripping. I can't even do it. My girl, I'm Tiffany. Damn, and she tryna cut me off. No, she cannot do it. No, she cannot scissor me. Mark your spot, that boy get on. Send him the car. He finna get blessed on. I get the pay, but I'm talking about Benjamin Frank. Not talking about the one that you sketch on. He play dumb, get his on. He a crib, but he loving on red bone. Now I'm hard to reach. I'm about my cheese. I'm moving around with 2 phones. Move around like an island boy, but it ain't for the head, cause I keep me a vest on. Get down like the Backstreet Boys, cause it make you dance, but you better get your groove on. And I'm not talking about, but it too strong. Talking and we get it started, pull up in the U-Haul, you get your move. And they know they ain't seeing us. You pull all of your pin in that double cup. Wanna step at yourself, are you good enough? Wanna step at yourself, are you hood enough? If I hear them kids know you pulling up, and now you laid out, they don't get enough. I'm with your girl in the bedroom, and it sound like shit. I draw that little boy, ain't no getting up. Shorty, your horsey, I told her they my young city, yo. The granny, I had to tell her pick it. You in a feed, now anything under 18, just like Madden for the club.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up is the lockdown man himself, Jair Alexander.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. See what week 3 has in store. A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
You look at the Saints defense.
They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
It's going to take some time to adjust to seeing Carr running out in a new uniform instead of black and silver. It's black and gold. 35,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns with the Raiders. The Saints more than willing to let him air it out all game long to attack.
And right away, he lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4. So his first sack of the game is CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Saints defense. They've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And quick throw here, that's complete. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First down created there by Jaden Reed, who adds a lot to the Packers receiver room. Even as a rookie, he's able to handle X, Y, Z, whatever position Green Bay puts him in. And boy,
and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
and you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team? The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Packers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Love. A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, we get a look at the 2023 draft class for the Packers. And if you think about their last 13 picks they've had in the first round, 12 of them have been on the defensive side of the ball. But still, plenty of new weapons to throw to on offense as well.
You're right about that, but they did go defense right out of the gate with Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa. Another big-time pass rusher. They hope he acclimates quickly. But how about them trying to help out their new starting quarterback, boosting their passing game? Tight end Luke Musgrave, slot receiver Jaden Reed, tight end Tucker Kraft. All of them should get immediate playing time.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Oh, good move. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Blake. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Jones going to have a Packers first down as the tackle made up at the 48-yard line. Jordan Love ready on first down here. This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Packers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, it's Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Off the play fake, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Play action this time with Love. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And they will take over 1st and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 19 carries, 63 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. For Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Carr to throw. Smith catches left side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, you blitz him, he takes advantage of man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Love, they go play action now. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Dobbs. It's a gain of 34.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day, smoothly as that one just did.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. shotgun. It's Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And even 100 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Play fake. Here's Love. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. And now Carr changing the formation. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll change things up. Carr to throw again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the 33, here's the 2nd down and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's caught on the right side of Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And And this is going to be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
120 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Love's throw brought in by Watson.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A gain of 3, second down.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7.
They'll go again to Jones. Shifts by him. And he'll be brought.
So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Now the fourth-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 25, here's second down and 8.
An inside give to Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Love to throw for it on 4th.
He's got the open man. That's Musgrave.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's Love. Touchdown, Packers! Luke Musgrave, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints again ready to go on offense.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Now Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Carr going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
To throw, it's Carr.
Olave over the middle. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Carr now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because
It's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. It's taken to the 26. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Fielded at the 20. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the 2nd quarter. Jamison Williams 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that one all tied. These 2 teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Carr. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked out a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Shotgun now for Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Love with a give to Dillon. 13 yards, first down Packers.
You watch Dillon run there, and he looks just like an enforcer for the Packers offense. And he is. He gets the ball, and you know you're in store for a punishing, powerful run. Almost 1,600 yards over the last 2 seasons on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They run again with Dillon to the 43, second down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things is it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
A.J. Dillon.
His first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy. Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away.
To start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Love from the gun.
Caught on the right side, Reed.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Carr to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field, and it was a fairly innocuous play call.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. He's got it. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. They'll turn to Kamara, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Now the Packers get set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Play fake. Here's Love. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Carr. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action this time with Love. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 60 yards. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. As he was shut. Pocket. You could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up. He'll drop to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
And
ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator,
that man 2024.
The head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's Edwards again. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down. On play action, now Carr. Finding Johnson on the out route, that's complete. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Carr, he wants to change up the look here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Pushes him over. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Carr now on 1st down. They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Dillon. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, There just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Carlson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Inside the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, Love. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for our coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. A short throw to Musgrave. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Olave over the middle. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Carr to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And when you break it down, well, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way, based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like,
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Big stack, big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, like that, like.
Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. shame. Gotta go, we don't move it scary. Last time I shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like it's Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You got a love. Maybach, lay back, matte black. Just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of Mount King, used to live there. Basketball on the tier, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life is at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why they talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smalls when I move, it was all a dream. Keep on talking and talking and pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play and then it's time. Better believe he gon' it up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and put that on YouTube. Why you always rapping about it that you do? Why you always rapping about it that you do? Hey, if it's up like that, it's stuck like that. If it's up like that, it's stuck like that. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around. That's how I tease her. Been having my waist since a little. I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a how close wheels. You cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, same ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything. You don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them. Oh, had to come and intervene. Boy, them keys to that Bentley. I'm trying to drive it around. I think I'm driving it gently. Now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down. Trying to show the world how it sound. Around and make the wrong turn. We don't even wanna turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody. I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on they. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. I don't do but I've been off them all week. Tryna take this far as I can, I want it all on sleep. Might just put a 40 ball in my mouth, cause I know my talk ain't cheap. Soon as you start running up money, they could tell cause it reeks. Oh boy, it's so much to see. Gotta learn to keep your balance. Going to sleep on silk sheets, but it used to be a pallet. Fell in love with shopping, I'm getting a grip of it, I don't need no stylist. Walking on mall, spin a bag on anything if it got me smiling. I'm on every L that I ever took, I promise. Flashy with a system, man, I don't look, that's how I'm coming. Can't wait to touch a meal like I ain't got no food inside my tummy. Been had a vision, seen it vividly before it got sunny. You could tell I'm committed. This get hard and I get it, but long as you stay authentic, you'll be destined to win it. I recreated my image. This was earned, never given. Gonna be that way till it's finished. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted
like it's meet and greet. On and off the jet, cause I got places to be. Alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousands and millions. And millions and millions and millions. Okay, alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousands and millions. And millions and millions and millions. But I'm next because I'm standing on business. I deserve the flex and I have God as my witness. Police tried to slow me down but they couldn't stop it. I got platinum plaques like I got cars in my wallet. Now I got millions. Got the inside my bag and out my feelings. Got a couple carbon copies, I got children. Only that's around me's my Brazilian. Moving militant, no regular civilian. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousands of millions. And millions and millions and millions. Alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousands of millions. And millions and millions and millions. Alright.
We got London on the
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. And that's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too wide to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And get you need better stocks. Standing on my money, dog, please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off, rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law, I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor. Only one Scarface. I met her at a club. She twerk better when her heart breaks. Hey, hood, the wanna everything that I can. I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity. Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club.
There you go.
I put the cash like Diego.
God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Solitaire, earrings diamonds, they be shining, keep them blinded. Ain't met up, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, and she say I'm a, just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Talk to me, yeah. Better talk nice. Fucking up with the fettuccine, they both dead, can't talk twice. Know they pray on my downfall, everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jacket off, what? Rich, so I'm off life. God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a diamond piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up. You the type to pay hitters. Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up. You the type to pay hitters.
First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful. Grew up wearing platinum FUBU on the Southwest eating fufu. And the hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be